Hey there, Wondering Watchers. Welcome to this pick a card reading that explores the various ways that you are indeed lucky in love. Some of you might not believe that to be the case, and I'm not here to change your mind. I'm simply going to observe the cards and relay perspectives that may have been overlooked, underestimated, or possibly rejected as being a positive aspect or favorable development when it comes to you and love. Keep in mind that while the cards provide perspective, it is your choices and your actions that reveal the ultimate truth of your situation. You have agency over your life and your feelings, and you get to make your own decisions about how to live and how to love. There are 4 piles of cards here in front of me for you to choose from to get your reading. Pile number 1, Sacred Destiny Oracle. Pile number 2, Starcode Astro Oracle. Pile number 3, Tarot of Oneness. And pile number 4, Love Story Oracle. Simply select the pile of cards that calls out to you for your reading. If the reading you choose doesn't resonate, then feel free to pick another pile. It very well could be that the messages meant for you about your love luck might be spread across the different piles. I'll put a link to each reading in the description box below so that you can jump ahead to your reading whenever you'd like. But now it's time to tap into the cards, choose your love luck tarot adventure, and let's make magic happen. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 1, those who picked Sacred Destiny Oracle to explore the ways that you are lucky in love. So we are going to begin this reading with an energy check-in to see what you are infusing into your love life so that you can see if this is the right reading for you. Okay, so you have success. So group number 1, you are definitely putting in positive energy into your love life, wanting to make sure that the effort that you're putting in is going to kind of give you that burst of happiness, of joy, that you are accomplishing your goals in love, but also as a person. You also have this comfort card that wanted to pop out. So you are kind of making sure that the people that you are dating or in relationship with are people that you feel comfortable with, that you feel a sense of home and support with, that you want to support them and that they want to support you. And you have this card of rest. So it seems like you're also kind of putting this energy into your love life where if it's not for you, you're just going to take a break. You're not going to make things kind of force things in a certain direction if it's just not working. You want to make this kind of easy for yourself, not really spin your wheels. So let's see what makes you lucky in love. You've got this card of trust. So group number 1, you are lucky in love because you are really putting effort into trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, being able to navigate through a situation where there is not a lot of clarity, and being able to sense if something is right for you or not. you have this card of action. So you are also going to pursue what you believe is going to be the best outcome for you. That's in line with this wanting to pursue something that is going to be successful for you and not something just to fill up your time or things to keep you busy. You have this card of truth. So group number 1, you are lucky in love because there's an inner truth that you have, a conviction that you have about how you operate in life and the people that you want to align yourself with. And it's as if you want to make sure the things you do, the things you say, the things that you believe are all aligned. So that really makes it so that you are lucky when it comes to getting involved with someone romantically. You also have this card of wonders. So you are lucky in love in the sense that you are going to, you're seeing things exactly as they are. You are allowing things that don't necessarily make sense at a particular point in time to just let it marinate and let, wherever you can see magic kind of coming in, allow that to take place. Wherever there's a sense of mystery or seeing where they're, it's like you're taking away the limitations, the blinders. Sorry, got my cat slept on my hand some weeks ago, and it's not feeling the same. But back to you. So a sense of like not having certain expectations or limitations and allowing things to go where they're going to go after they have really, met your initial standards of what it is that you want in a partner. That's really going to make it so you're lucky in love. So let's see what else we have for you. Group number 1, we have Descendant Invitation. So you are lucky in love because you are really focusing on this concept of the person that you want to be, the people you want to surround yourself with, and ideals for kind of like moral ideals that you have. There's, there's a certain truth, whatever the truth is. It could be the way that you see people, the way you see cultures, the way you see humanity. And you definitely want to align yourself with people who have that same truth as you do. Not that you won't, that you are against connecting with people who have different thoughts and opinions, but in terms of a love connection where you want someone to have your back and you have their back, when it comes to being a partnership and a unity, that's something that is important for you. And so here it seems that having that intention is how you're lucky in love. You have Gemini cross-pollinate. So that's interesting that I was talking about being aligned with the same truth, because here with this concept of cross-pollinate, it's kind of saying, a different approach to how you pursue love or the people that you are connecting with. I take it to be more that you're lucky in love when it comes to the people who aren't necessarily right for you in the long term, that you can still communicate with them, enjoy life with them, work well with them, maybe even have them as a friend in your life, that you're not necessarily excluding people. You're just limiting the people that you share your life dreams with, your potential future with. You have this Mars motion card. So group number 1, you are lucky in love, and that, again, this concept of you taking action towards your success, you going after what you believe in. You are making things happen, and in a way where you are kind of have this confidence and this strength about you to gently mold things in a certain direction, where I'm not going to say manipulate, but mold things in the sense of, if someone is more friend potential than romantic potential, or long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, other partner potential, then being able to kind of gently mold the experience for them as well, so that they get a sense of that connection and where it's going, without you blatantly having to say, hey, look, this isn't gonna go the way that you're thinking. Sorry to like burst your bubble. But being more gentle and kind of molding what you're both experiencing in a way where it's more like, if if they're kind of on the same page as you, if they have the same goals as you, kind of being like, you know what, I think you'd be great for this person. You remind me so much of that person. I would really love for you two to connect. And kind of using, I know this is motion, but kind of using your intellect to really kind of shape how things can go when it comes to your love life. And then you have this 8th house of mystery. So group number 1, you are lucky in love, where you are okay kind of not necessarily knowing everything about someone, knowing exactly what it is that they've experienced in life before, their prior relationships in love, who they've been with, how many people they've been with. It's more that you care about the person that is right in front of you, and if they are aligned with what your major life purpose is, your life goals are. So it's okay. You don't need to know everything or kind of force everything. It's as if when you find that right person, they will share what you'd need to know anyway. You have this strength card. So I was saying, like, that gentle kind of molding to kind of make things the way you want them to be. And so this strength card here, it's ultimately that concept is what I was thinking about. And so that's definitely how you are lucky in love. You have this ability to make people feel calm, make them feel something. And like I said, it's not necessarily manipulating. It's comes from a place of care and tenderness, and possibly, connected to this aspect of comfort. You want them to feel comfortable too, even if things aren't going to work out. You have embodiment of pentacles. So that is the equivalent of the King of Pentacles. So group number 1, you're lucky in love in that you really want to protect and invest in and, share your life with someone who you kind of see as being a potential romantic partner for you. You want to help them to be successful. You want them to feel comfortable. You want them to kind of not have to struggle with anything. So you're lucky in love in that you can really be supportive, but you can also be someone who helps someone kind of raise them up, but you can also take charge if you need to. You also have embodiment of swords. So that's the equivalent of the King of Swords. So group number 1, you're lucky in love when it comes to your intellect. You are very you have this trust and truth being something that is really important to you, really standing behind your brand, standing up for what you believe in, and doing the right thing, not just for yourself, but also taking in account other people that you care about. And so that's really something that is going to attract that perfect person for you into your life. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. So you are lucky in love in that you building this kind of belief system for yourself is going to create the environment that you want for yourself and someone, a romantic interest, future partner, or soulmate. It's going to pretty much open that up for you. Okay, so these 2 wanted to come out. We have soul connection and we have regret. So here, this is kind of like the soulmate thing I was talking about. You're lucky in love in that this will bring in the right person for you. And with this regret card, I think it's more that it allows you to have the least amount of regret going forward. This kind of viewpoint, trusting yourself, knowing that you're aligned with your truth, it's going to make it so that, the things that don't work out, you were who you were. You stayed true to yourself. And if it didn't work out, then that's fine. Hopefully they find who's right for them and they weren't right for you. So that's kind of like the sense that I'm getting from these cards here. So let's see what else we get. We get true love. So you are lucky in love in that you are really, you're looking for true love. You aren't looking for something just to keep you occupied and busy. You are looking for something that is meant for you and that you are meant for them. And you have this card of differences. So you are lucky in love in that you are going to easily see the differences in life purpose, life goals with any person that kind of comes your way. This focus on your truth, trusting yourself, allowing people into your life that are right for you, you are really going to be able to sniff out who isn't right for you. And again, doesn't necessarily mean that anyone who has a different opinion, different lifestyle, different belief is, not going to be in your life. It's definitely, you have that sense of making sure everyone rises up, regardless of the situation, that everyone tries to come out better for whatever situation. And here with this cross-pollinate Gemini card here, you are going to find something that connects you to a person, and will connect that person to maybe someone else that is better fit for them. If it's not a romantic fit, then someone who is more aligned with their goals, and maybe they can become friends and introduce them to someone else. So it seems like you've got a lot of good luck going on when it comes to love here. So I hope this provides a helpful perspective of how you're lucky in love, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 2, those who picked Starcode Astro Oracle to explore the ways that you're lucky in love. We're going to start out by seeing the energy you've been infusing into your love life, group number 2. You have this card of frustration. So perhaps you are feeling a bit like the same thing is kind of coming your way, and not really feeling like things are fitting together, gelling together the way you'd like. There's certain kind of aspirations or goals that you might have with someone, but they're not exactly the right fit for you. And it can be that to some degree, when you reflect on your love life in general, it's just kind of like, it's making me think of that cartoon where someone is like huffing or puffing or like snorting, and steam kind of comes out of their nose type thing. You have this card of balance. So group number 2, you do have a way of being able to take something that doesn't quite fit and be able to adjust it where it could potentially fit for you. It's almost as if you do a lot of potential bending, allowing for others, and kind of like, almost in theory, you are laid back and you can kind of deal with anything. But to some degree, it's almost as if the more and more that you allow things to kind of be okay with you when they kind of aren't, it's leading to you to be more frustrated when it comes to love. You have this card of death here. So group number 2, the energy that you've been kind of putting into your love life is some type of transformation. You're ready to let things go that aren't really serving you. And there is a bit of trying to figure out what to let go and what to embrace. But there, in terms of kind of potential, you're really ready to kind of flip the switch entirely. So let's see how you are lucky in love. You have the 3rd house, communication. So group number 2, you're lucky in love in that you are able to know, at least in your internal voice, you are very clear about what it is you want or don't want in a particular moment. You are really able to to kind of at least have initial clarity on what the situation is, possibly how to go about to convey your thoughts, but also to be considerate of others, but to also not come off as fake. Like, all these different thoughts are kind of blended into this. So it makes it that your initial idea, what you had initially, becomes murky the more that you, what's the word I'm thinking of? Allows someone else's potential wants or needs to overshadow your own. But you're lucky in love in that you are able to spot when you are doing this. You also have Sagittarius expand. So group number 2, you're lucky in love in that you are ready to make a huge change. You are ready to flip the switch and go outside of the things that at one point in time you would have been attracted to or would have been your type, and kind of possibly ready to explore dating people outside of your culture, your group, your country of origin, that type of thing. You have Mars motion. So group number 2, and I see here it's got 22 on here, double 2s. So partnerships, numbers of partnerships, and coming together, connections. But here you're lucky in love in that you are, again, actually going to make a change. If you haven't already, it kind of feels like it's coming in. What's interesting is this like red planet of Mars and this kind of circle here and this frustration, and then holding on to the hilt of this sword. It's almost kind of like kind of the opposite of what this is, and opposite visions. But basically, it could be this frustration that is making it so that you are going to change some things about how you go about your dating life. You also have this Vesta Hearth card. So group number 2, you are lucky in love in that you are really, you're able to kind of put like small matters behind you. You're not really looking for drama. You're not really wanting to magnify little arguments. You really are wanting to see people's perspectives, their differences, their similarities, and learn from them. And that's kind of part of this expand aspect, that you're ready to expand your horizons. You're ready to really get to know different types of people and different points of view, because you are more concerned about the kind of like the heart-to-heart connections, the soul connections, and not necessarily certain ideas or opinions that people might have that don't necessarily affect their lives one way or the other, or affect their lives in a significant way, I should say. So let's get some more cards here to take a look at how you are lucky in love. You have the High Priestess. So group number 2, again, number 2 on this High Priestess card. You are lucky in love because you are really wanting to look at those areas of gray, to see what's there, to find out all the different, you know, the nuances, the slight differences of all different things. And I know that just sounds like doesn't make sense because it didn't come out as it should make sense. But basically, the High Priestess, it's recognizing that there is no right or wrong or this or that or black and white. There's a bunch of things that are on this continuum, and they make everyone kind of unique, and recognizing that there is that kind of complexity in each person in our lives. It allows for you to see those things, appreciate those things, and when it comes to getting a sense of something, you are having more like points of reference to keep in mind. So when your inner voice or your inner knowing, your gut, your higher self tells you something, gives you a sense of someone, whether a relationship's right or wrong, whether a job is right or wrong, it's got more points of reference that you're basing it on. So here you're getting a sense of the environment, you're getting a sense of the people around you and your own senses. And so you're lucky in love in that you are able to kind of feel things out. You're able to have that extra sense about you. You also have the Empress. So group number 2, this is a card of beauty, love, abundance, creativity, nurturing, being connected to your senses, being connected to the environment, basically that what it is in the material world that your inner voice is kind of using to sense the environment. So you're lucky in love in that you have these two kind of these energies, like receptive, divine, feminine type of energies that are able to assist you on your path to finding long-lasting love. And these elephants here, they are definitely they're definitely animals that care about family unity. They stick together, and so it's as if you haven't already, you are going to be opening up your mind and your heart and your dating choices to broaden the potential connections, but also for connections that will be long lasting. So let's see what else we have. We have Temperance card. So got 3 major arcana cards so far. So it seems like this transformation you're making when it comes to your love life is really, you're in the middle of that, in the midst of that right now. So with this Temperance card, you are lucky in love in that you are able to kind of have that understanding of not one or the other, but of both. And kind of what I mean by that is in the traditional temperance card, the angel there is kind of like both male and female, like a hermaphrodite angel. And so it's a sense of like understanding that we are on this continuum, and there is kind of like an acceptance going on here, an acceptance, a peace, a tranquility when it comes to your love lives. It could be an acceptance of expanding who you're dating, the type of people you're dating, you know, certain gender norms of the people that you're dating. Could also just be an understanding that your love life is what it is. It is what you put into it. It is what you make of it. And a sense of like feeling at peace, understanding there's a middle ground, a way that you kind of go forward in your love life. It's not, your love life isn't bad and it's not good. It is exactly what it is, and all those different variations. Also, a sense of you being lucky in love, because of your ability to really feel what's going on around you and within you. So let's get some more cards here to see how you're lucky in love. You have the Fool. Wow, so you've got all major arcana cards for the tarot cards that I'm going to be pulling for this reading. So group number 2, you are lucky in love in that you are willing to take this new approach to how you pursue love, your potential for love, and having that concept of an open heart and open mind and letting things come to you as they come, without certain expectations. So that's another way you are lucky in love. So let's see what else we have here. You have healing. So group number 2, you are lucky in love because you are in this process of this transformation. You're healing something from your past, maybe something in relation to this frustration, in relation to you allowing yourself to bend and accommodate for others. And what's interesting to me is these stitches in this heart locket are kind of reminding me of these shoelaces or hiking boot laces. So this transformation that you are kind of going through is healing and allowing you to create more space for positivity and love. You also have communications, card number 2. So group number 2, you are lucky in love because you, again, know how to communicate. You know what it is that, at least to yourself. And it seems like you are, if you haven't been someone who communicates honestly because it's uncomfortable with others, then it seems like you are going in that direction where you are going to start wanting to speak your truth, And, perhaps you have been doing that, but it's as if it's going to be even stronger, and like you're going to have, action to back up your words. So here you have strings. So group number 2, another way that you are lucky in love is what kind of spark there is between you and someone else. And you also have a sense of when you are using that spark to kind of control the situation and vice versa. And to some degree, this is because you already have this high priestess and empress energy going on. So you already have that ability, and it's growing even bigger, to kind of get a sense of how you interact with those around you. And you also have soul connection. So group number 2, you are lucky in love in that this transformation that you're going through, these major, life lessons that you are learning, these spiritual lessons that you are learning, this transformation is going to help connect you to your soulmate, someone that you're destined to be with, someone that you're destined to learn from, to teach something new. So let's see what else we have here. We have patience. So group number 2, you are lucky in love because you are not just dealing with having to wait for you to meet that person for you, but you are taking advantage of that time. It's kind of like with this temperance card here, having a sense of peace and tranquility and knowing that things will happen the way it needs to happen, but also in a way where you are focusing positivity, and embracing that aspect of a not free spirit, but a loving spirit, and connecting with those around you, the environment around you. But it is like a free spirit in that you're kind of doing you until you find that person, that connection. You have also security. So group number 2, you're lucky in love, and that you have an understanding that you are okay. You might not be having an exciting love life all the time, or being romanced and every night of the week type of thing, but you are confident in who you are to some degree, in what your skills are, what you want to improve, what you want to change, and that it will take some time, and that if it's not meant for you, if someone's not meant for you, then that's for the best. You have this card of relaxation. So group number 2, you are lucky in love because you are putting in that effort on yourself. You will put effort, and you have put effort on relationships, but you are now going to kind of allow yourself to enjoy yourself, to enjoy the direction you're going, and this kind of transformation and just kind of see where it takes you. See where you want to grow, where you want to expand, and whatever direction that is, it's as if you have this knowing that it will overlap with the person that you ultimately want to be with or meant to be with. And you have this card of change. So group number 2, you are lucky in love because this change, this transformation is going to allow you to, have exactly what you want when it comes to not only love, but yourself, and also a sense of actually believing that dreams can come true, miracles, that fairy tale happy ending. So I'm hoping that this provides a helpful perspective of how you're lucky in love, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 3, those who pick Tarot of Oneness to explore the ways that you're lucky in love. So group number 3, we are going to start out by seeing the energy that you've infused into your love life. This will provide more markers for you to kind of know whether this reading has messages meant for you. So you have this card of mystery. So group number 3, you are kind of looking at your love life as something where it's potentially magical, kind of you can't really have all the information out there. You want things to be mysterious and build up certain excitement for when you are with someone and exploring how things are going to go. You have this card of protection. So you also kind of have been protecting yourself, even though there is that mystery that you enjoy. There is a part of you that wants to feel secure in what it is that people are seeking when they want to pursue you or be with you romantically. You want to possibly keep some things a mystery for longer than you would want them to keep a mystery, things a mystery from you. You have this card of energy. So group number 3, you are really you are putting energy into your love life, not really trying to control how things go, but possibly holding on to something in terms of your aspects of your past or aspects of what makes you feel vulnerable, possibly aspects that allow you to feel more passion when you are with someone romantically. So let's take a look and how you are lucky in love, group number 3. You have the Emperor. So you are lucky in love in that you are or have put in place boundaries where you feel that it's kind of safe for you to operate. You have a certain kind of desire to follow your passions and not necessarily allow others to possibly see through you, to know what your passions are, so that you can keep that mystery alive, but also not allow others to take advantage of the things that you care about or the things that you feel vulnerable about sometimes. You have the Hierophant. So group number 3, you're lucky in love in that you may kind of be someone who is a little bit traditional, and so you're looking for someone who will help you explore a little bit more, that you do feel safe with, that you do feel can kind of expand your experiences a little bit more. And you're open to that. You're open to explore a deeper connection with someone else on a spiritual level, even. So let's see what else we have. We have the present moment. So group number 3, you are lucky in love because you are able to be in the present moment with someone, and even yourself, and recognize what's around you. Recognize that, where you are and what's around you at any given moment. It's kind of, meant to be, or it is allowing you to kind of be who you are in that moment. It's as if the energy between you and your environment is something tangible for you. It's something that you feel kind of shapes you, and your ability to be in the present, recognize, what you're eating or what you're hearing, what you're seeing or feeling. It allows for you to tap into that kind of passion that it seems like you kind of want to unleash. And you have Action of Cups. This is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. So group number 3, you are lucky in love in that you are willing to go after what it is you love. You are willing to, delve into a connection that is going to make you feel vulnerable, going to make you tap into your your sensitive, creative, imaginative, playful side, and explore so that you're, what it is that feels good to you, what it is that drives your passion. It's as if you are ready to find that out with someone. So let's see how else you're lucky in love. You have mystery again. So group number 3, you are lucky in love because you are really allowing for the, unknowns, the potential, the possibilities to kind of shift the environment as needed, and to play in that unknown environment and see how it kind of makes you feel around someone else. It's like almost a sense of this is allowing you to recognize that once you find someone that you like kind of really trust, really connect with, that really you feel that you want to explore things on a deeper level, that you guys will kind of dip into those naughty pleasures together. That sounds awesome. You also have differences. So group number 3, you are lucky in love in that you don't necessarily let a disagreement or a difference of opinion to override something else that's deeper. You are really almost kind of confident in yourself, confident that if you both choose in that moment when you're together to kind of get past it, to rise above it, then that's something that you absolutely will accomplish. You have this card of control. So you are lucky in love in that you don't feel a need to control others. You don't feel that others would have a control over you, possibly because you are kind of protecting yourself a little bit, but it does add to that mystery aspect. So in a sense, your ability to kind of be in that present moment, enjoy the unknowns, and recognize that they have a role in your feelings and your connections, that knowingness almost takes away the power for someone to really like truly manipulate you, or your desire to even want to manipulate someone else. You have this card of effort. So group number 3, you are lucky in love because you are really willing to put in the effort to take care of yourself, to love yourself first, to have enough love for others, and to kind of have some saved up for a rainy day when you want to explore the seductive passions that you will share with someone. So let's see what else we have. We have this card of wonders. So again, group number 3, you're lucky in love because you allow for this potential idea of amazing things to kind of happen, to be impressed or hypnotized, infatuated with the world around you, with your environment. And it could be, partly because of you having that ability to be in that present moment and recognize how you connect with others, how like a bird singing a certain, two-note tune can remind you of something from a different part of your life and connect those two together with an intense bond. So it can remind you of like a movie or a song, or it can remind you of a pie that your grandma made. That's just me giving some kind of things about, like, it's almost like synchronicities. Like, it's as if there's something over here that reminds you of something over here, and there's a really strong connection, and it's as if that's like a miracle or something that is, adds to that mystery aspect. And so when you apply that to how it affects your luck and love, it's as if you can, let's just say, one day not have any dating potentials, and then 2 days later have, 3 people hitting you up to go out. It's almost as if you're lucky in love because, like, everything kind of amazes you. There's opportunities to be amazed. You have new beginnings. So group number 3, you are lucky in love, and that you have, like I said, if things aren't looking like they're going to be productive one day, then there is potential the next day. There's opportunities for you to really kind of allow a lot in, and to, it's as if destiny or chance or fate, whatever you want to call it, is going to give you exactly what you need when it comes to love. And you have this love card. So you're lucky in love when it comes to love. It's almost as if it's, that being in the present moment, feeling your environment, sensing that mystery and being excited by the unknown. It's filling you with a lot of this, like, childlike wonder and potential. And it's almost as if it's like an abundant mindset. And when you apply that to love, you've got love coming in. You also have this card of release. So you are also lucky in love in that you are okay. Just like if things aren't working out, you just release it. Something new will come in. You have this new beginnings. Things aren't what they need to be for you, then you are okay letting that go. So that is pretty good when it comes to luck and love. Let's see what else we have for you. You have the 6th house of sustainability. So group number 3, you are lucky in love in that the things that you do day to day, just your habits, your routines, is making it so that you are in the best, your best mindset, body set, to be in the present moment, to really allow yourself to be vulnerable with the right person. You have also transits, climate. So group number 3, you are lucky in love because you understand that some things aren't going to be for the long run, and you can let those go. I'm not going to say easy breezy, but relatively easily. And you understand that, you pretty much are shaped by your experiences, the small ones, the big ones. And so there's also that understanding of focusing on the things that you want to focus on, enhancing the things that make your environment feel good, make you feel good, those things that shape you, embracing those is going to help you be more lucky in love. You also have Capricorn, achieve. So group number 3, you are lucky in love because you will kind of put in what you need to put in to get where you want to go. You kind of work hard at, what it is you care about. You put effort in. Again, you put effort into things that you care about. And when it comes to relationships, you are able to kind of, again, see when there's obstacles in the way that aren't really that big of a deal, that they're kind of minor disagreements or things that really aren't a big deal. You don't let that stand in your way when it comes to love. And you have this Sagittarius Expand card. So group number 3, you are lucky in love, and that you definitely are taking this aspect, this viewpoint of your environment, not needing to know all the facts, really being in the present moment, allowing yourself to really focus on the positives, and allowing love, to really be the highlight of any connection that you have. It's allowing you to really push any, boundaries that you had that were limiting. It's allowing you to, grow as a person. It's to grow in terms of your connection to something greater than you, your connection to the world around you. And ultimately, it's going to affect your love life and helping that to go further than whatever, prior ideas that you had about how two people can connect and what it means to be in a relationship. So I hope this provides a helpful perspective of how you're lucky in love, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Welcome back. This is the reading for group number 4, those who picked Love Story Oracle, to explore the ways that you are lucky in love. So we are going to begin with seeing the energy that you've been putting into your love life, so that we can get more of identifying factors to see whether this is the right reading for you. So group number 4, you have balance. So you have been kind of seeing your love life as something that is important to you, but so is your self-development, your, career goals, your personal goals, your friends. So you've been kind of putting in efforts where they're needed, and not necessarily over focusing on your love life. You have this card of growth. So it seems that you have been kind of allowing yourself to really figure out your likes and your dislikes, seeing what needs to what connections need to be let go of, what it is that you need to kind of seek out to thrive, and that applies to your views on dating, your views on love. You have this card of strength. So group number 4, seems that your kind of energy you've been putting into your love life is more of a focus on yourself, and then it kind of will spill out into your love life. So let's get into your love life and see how you are lucky in love. You have daydream. So group number 4, you're lucky in love in that you can kind of allow your your mind to wander because you're not too focused on who you need to be with, when you need to be with them, how you need to be with them. You can kind of allow things to be whatever they are. And your daydreams, perhaps the things that you spend most of your time on, is not related to love. And so in that way, that's how one way you're lucky. You have this card of fear. So you're lucky in love in that you recognize when you are afraid of something when it comes to intimacy, dating, or romance. And you know that it has to do with some aspect of yourself, not necessarily something about someone else, but it's how you see things. So that's why there's kind of seems to be a focus on yourself and recognizing your personal growth and what it is that you need to feel confident and strong. Because when you put yourself out there when it comes to dating, you don't want to have a situation that you would be paralyzed by. Doesn't mean that you won't have any fear whatsoever, but what you are doing for yourself outside of romantic love is helping you to kind of build more courage to face certain situations that might be scary for you. So let's see what else we have. We have this card of confusion. So group number 4, you are lucky in love because, again, you might not exactly have certain expectations of what it is you are wanting when it comes to love. You might not be searching for someone else to figure you out. Again, it's that focus on yourself and connecting the dots within yourself. So there's the things that you don't know about someone. Of course, you're not going to know because they might be a stranger to you, or they might be someone you just met, or someone that you're getting to know. So the confusion that you might have when it comes to where things are going in your life, it's more about yourself than someone else. And you have this card of heartbreak. So group number 4, you are lucky in love in that this heartbreak, if you've had that in the past, has contributed to this kind of focus on yourself right now. Focus on what's going to be good for you in the long run. And if you haven't had a heartbreak experience recently or ever, it could be that basically this kind of focus on yourself is going to make it so that when you do have heartbreak or things that don't really go the way that you would like, that it's going to have less of an effect on you than it would have previously. So let's see what else we have. We have thriving. So group number 4, you are lucky in love in that you not only are aware of what you need for yourself, you are going after that. You are making it so that you're not just surviving, that you are, stronger in your environment, that you are kind of going after what you want and allowing yourself to kind of get the rewards and kind of push the limits on what those personal rewards are for you. And then that really makes it so that the standards that you have for your personal life apply to your love life. You have this card of standstill. So group number 4, you are lucky in love in that when things kind of get difficult, when it comes to love, when it comes to a relationship and not knowing where it's going, that you are okay being in that unknown space, being kind of stuck and just sensing what's going on around you, and not necessarily needing to figure out an entire escape plan or next move other than just recognizing how you feel in that environment at that time, and kind of seeing, well, what is it that is the very next move, as opposed to an entire, solve every problem right here and now. You have this card of healing chaos, or is it healing chaos? Basically, it's a sense of, if things right now are kind of stagnant for you, or at any time things are stagnant in a relationship or any part of your life, it seems that when there's chaos, when there's things that are kind of new developments, or things get a little bit messy, then it kind of adds that energy needed for change. And it also kind of indicates when there is a sense of chaos going on, if there's things that don't make sense, if there's things that seem frantic, then there might be, once that calms, a sense of at least maybe having drawn attention to something that needs to heal. So when it comes to being lucky in love, it's a sense of, you being okay to be stuck in something. And when there are things that are frantic, things going on around you that are just chaotic, you can just be in your spot, recognizing your environment, thrive where you need to thrive, and kind of let things go on around you. And any which way it turns out, you'll be okay. You have this card of release. So group number 4, you are lucky in love, where after, chaotic times, things that aren't for you, things that might lead to heartbreak, you are okay just letting them go, and knowing that something that is no longer taking up space in your life allows room for something more positive to take up space. You also have this Sun Source card. So group number 4, you are lucky in love in that you really have something inside of you that you are focusing on you right now, and is going to attract the type of person that the true you, the you that you are shaping and growing right now. It'll attract those people to you. That aspect of you that you want to shine, they will see that. You have Solar Calm, Clarify. So group number 4, you are also lucky in love in that you can take, again, this time where you're not like brightly shining, where things are just kind of quiet and calm to get a sense of what it is you want. What is it that you feel uncomfortable about? What is it that feels like comforting? And it'll give you a sense of a direction for yourself, and that will also allow for you in relationships to be okay in the silent that is usually uncomfortable for people, and get a sense of how that person is that you're trying to connect with. You have this Libra balance card. So you are also lucky in love in that you are ultimately looking for a partnership. You're ultimately, well, again, you have this card of balance. Libras are about balance, but also partnerships. They're also about communicating truth. And so here, you're lucky in love in that this focus on your inner strength, your inner balance, how you are maturing emotionally, how you are kind of achieving and accomplishing the goals that you're setting up for yourself. It's allowing you to become more comfortable with what your truth is and speaking your truth, and making sure that your actions and who you end up with ultimately, or who you date, align with your truth. And you have retrograde review. So group number 4, you are lucky in love in that you are able to kind of look at your love life, where you have gone, where it was successful, where it was unsuccessful, and learn from it, grow from it, and not necessarily need to take along any baggage of guilt or shame or grief, but just kind of let things go that need to let go. And wherever there's a sense of chaos, look at what was there and allow recognition of what wanted the attention, and then can release that as well. You have here also the 5 of Cups. So as strange as it may seem, you are lucky in love because you can look at this past hurts and disappointments and not live in them. You are able to take a look at those cups that might have spilled over, but for the purpose of seeing where you could improve yourself, not necessarily how you could have changed for someone else or said the right things to someone else at a particular time so it wouldn't have caused some type of disagreement or hurt feelings. It's more of really living and learning. So let's see what else we have. We have Inspiration of Cups. This is the equivalent of the Page of Cups. So you, group number 4, are lucky in love because this ability to focus on yourself, to reflect, to kind of have your personal goals and, recognize what makes you shine brightly in your world, kind of embracing your personal truth and reflecting on your past. It allows you to really recognize that having an open heart and open mind, despite what's happened in the past, having hopeful anticipations as opposed to kind of limiting expectations is really going to make it so that your love life is fulfilling and enjoyable. And that's something that makes it so that you're lucky in love. You also have this Seven of Swords. It came out reversed, but we're going to put it up right. So with the Seven of Swords, that's usually about deception, liar, cheater, stealer kind of vibes. Here you can see there's this leopard that's kind of blending in to the environment in the trees back there. Since it came out reverse, I don't usually read reversals, but what I'm getting a sense of the Seven of Swords is that you are kind of getting accustomed to how you are in your environment, how you can thrive in your environment, and what it is that you are comfortable in might not be the right thing for everyone. And to me, it's almost as if this Seven of Swords is saying that you will prefer to walk a path where you are, alone. No one's paying attention to you. You're not necessarily out there dating, because you are getting to know how you operate within your environment, within the world you want to be in, so that when you do find someone that you're interested in, where you do want to allow that connection and allow you to be seen, they are going to be able to see this bright light. And it's like you're keeping it for certain people. You're keeping your love connection for a certain type of people or person, and not everyone gets access to that. That's fine. You have this Moon card. Oh, I like the colors of this solar calm and this Moon card. I like those colors, they match. So there's a sense that you are lucky in love because you are allowing there to be unknowns. You don't have certain expectations. You don't have certain needs for there to be certainties when it comes to your love life. What you are working on is certainty of yourself, so that when you do meet someone or want to embark on a connection with someone on a romantic level, that you don't have certain fears or doubts about yourself, that you are able to move forward where there isn't necessarily a lot of knowns or a lot of what's the word I'm thinking of? Blatant statements to let someone know how they feel, in the sense that people don't necessarily say, hey, I like you. I really hope that you like me. Please tell me that you like me, and if you don't like me, I'll go somewhere else. Those aren't really conversations that happen. So operating in a world where there's no blatant statements about how someone is feeling, you are going to pursue the things that you want to pursue, attract the people that you want to attract, and outside of love, accomplish your goals that you want to accomplish for yourself. So I'm hoping that this reading provides a helpful perspective of how you're lucky in love, and we'll see you next time. Take care.